These are the words of Malcolm X. If you stick a knife in my back 9 inches and pull out 6 inches, that's not progress. If you pull it out all the way, that's not progress. Progress is healing the wound that the blow made. We haven't pulled the knife out. They haven't pulled the knife out. They won't even admit that the knife is there. 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 They won't even admit it.
Whoa. Wow, Hassan. Wow. I mean, you told me we had a surprise for me. That wasn't one of your kind of songs, silly songs. That was more like a, I felt like I was in a 60s poetry thing. But that was Malcolm X.
Yes. And
he's talking about progress.
Yeah, progress.
You know,
progress.
A few days ago, a sadistic, psycho man wearing a police uniform was convicted of murder.
Yes.
And some people said that, I guess that was progress. I guess that's where you're coming from, the progress.
Absolutely, that was progress.
And on a certain level, I agree that it is progress. It's progress for the family in particular, because the family at least gets some justice. They get
some kind of closure,
completion.
if it's possible.
And for lots of people, it's progress in the sense that, well, at least one cop, the first cop in the state of Minnesota that ever killed a black man, was ever convicted. So on some level, you could say it's progress, but I think Malcolm X actually is correct, because to me, if that knife was in 9 inches, this is like an inch out. This is like 1 inch.
You see?
I mean, progress, well, let's look at what happened. They have a cop, sadistic. This is a sexual act, by the way. A lot of people haven't commented on this. This was a sexually sadistic act of a cop torturing someone for 9 minutes, I believe, that he was on his neck. People are screaming at this cop to get off. This was the most guilty person in history. You can't, I mean, but here's what's amazing. Up until the last minute, many people thought that this cop was going to get off. We have lowered the bar so much
that upsetting thing.
That's the insane thing, that so many people thought that he was actually going to get off. So, yes, on some level, it's good for the family. It's good symbolically. But the truth of the matter is, as I see it, Hassan, nothing is going to change. And the reason it's not going to change is like same thing that he was talking about, because we're not really looking at it. Yes, this was an evil person, I don't even want to say his name. The sadist. He's a sexual sadist. He obviously feels very inadequate, inferior to black men. And, instead of having, the black man fuck his wife, like a couple of weeks ago, that other guy, this guy killed a human being. And the big problem is the people in charge in the United States, the ruling class, they want police acting like this. That's the problem. That's why it's not going to change. The police are their hired men, Hassan. These are their hired hitmen, because the ruling class has created a situation in this country which is so brutal, between gentrification, bad education, bad health care, millions of black men in jail.
Absolutely.
They have plenty of money to keep building jails, because why? The ruling class wants this. The ruling class wants psychos like this piece of shit. That's why things are not going to change, because we can't really look at the cause. If you're going to keep gentrifying people's neighborhoods, you're going to have no jobs for people, which we know jobs are going, because we're going to have all these machines doing all the work. Then you're going to have a kind of SS police force. But who's creating this police force? the ruling class. So nothing is going to change.
Absolutely.
It's just another symbolic thing. And yes, good for the family. But the truth of the matter is, America has a militarized police force that has been unleashed. This is not, they are not peacekeepers.
Mm-hmm.
They're going in like military with tanks and drones. And you know what? We asked for this, we meaning the American people, in the 1990s. Joe Biden, Bill Clinton, and a lot of black mayors wanted very tough policing. They wanted 3 strikes. And this is what we have now.
That's right.
We have a bunch of lunatics. Who wants to be a police officer? That's the big problem to me. Who wants this job? If you can't handle,
you wouldn't want to be a police officer.
Of course not. I don't want to be in situations like that where
I don't
split-second decision is life and death.
No.
So if you want to be, if you want to help people, become a fireman, become a teacher. There's a lot of jobs. If you become a policeman, in general, I'm not saying it's 100%, but most of the time it's some insecurity that you have, that you want to hold a gun and you want to have a badge and you want to have a big stick, you know? Now, people say I'm shallow because to me everything comes down to the penis. It's all about the penis. You know, I don't know how big this cop's penis is, and hopefully in jail a whole bunch of people will be.
Oh, they're going to find out.
More about his ass. I think they're going to find out about how much he can take. If they even, who knows? Who knows? They'll probably protect him and keep him and protect. You know. But my point is, the nothing is going to change. And the issue it's not going to change is because of the ruling class. They're not going to let it change. They don't want change.
Well, don't forget what Lindsey Graham said.
Oh,
the quote he made.
Speaking of taking it in the ass, he went right to Lindsey Graham.
Right to Lindsey Graham.
Allegedly.
Yes.
I don't want to get
we
sued.
Don't have
I don't
any
want to get sued by, but there's words that Lindsey might, you know.
We don't know. We don't know. He's never invited us to dinner.
When he was a youngster,
I
actually heard, you know, I heard allegedly that when his mom would take his temperature, he always would ask for his dad to do it.
Who told you this?
A buddy. A buddy is buddy knew about this.
Okay.
So Lindsey Graham just said, look, we elected a black president.
Listen now.
Obama.
That's right.
And now we convicted a white police officer for killing a black person. So where he goes, where is the systematic racism? There's no racism there.
Like, okay. But see, here's my feeling about this. There's a denial. There's a denial that is very hard for people to look at. Because people will say things like, you know, there are good people out there. Yes, there are. There are people that care. Yes, there are. But what we keep forgetting is 70 million people voted for Trump with a mindset that is about being superior to other people. These people are not interested in talking. They're not interested in looking at me as equal. They're indifferent to the death. The reason he could smash down his neck like that is because he doesn't view him as human.
And that's the whole thing.
He doesn't see him as human.
That's the whole thing about the Trump voter in general. Trump gave his voters nothing that they wanted. You know, he didn't even really build the wall.
Think about it.
He didn't build the wall. He didn't end any of the wars.
Nothing.
All the things he promised. He didn't bring jobs back, but he gave them white supremacy, and that's what they want. And that's what they want from the police. Now, they want the police to behave this way. Those 75 million, and a lot of other people, too. We are very much about having, you know, strong people to defend us. Now, I am not a person who felt like when they were talking about that expression, defund the police. That's bad salesmanship. If you say defund the police,
what does that
you're going to lose people. They're not going. People are going to go. Well, who's going to go deal? Who's going to? I'm sorry about that. Who's going to go? I didn't mean that as a racial kind of slap or anything.
In my face, yeah. Okay.
But you know,
keep them in check.
Got to keep them in check.
Yeah, that's right. Yes. Keep going, my dear.
What am I going on? I mean, what do you have to say?
You were in the middle of talking.
Well, what happens is when you say things like "keep your hand out of my face,"
yes,
it kind of destroys the flow. So when
I should just let you wipe and
but I'm just telling you what happened there. I was on a roll. I was, you know,
rolling.
I was rolling. From what I understand, like a lot of the old school comedy teams, like Abbott and Costello or Stiller and Meara, Cheech and Chong.
Right.
If somebody accidentally came near your face, they just allowed it because
they wanted the piece
to move forward.
But
you, because you know you have all this crap going on.
Lucy let Desi put.
I think that Lucy had her eyes on Desi because Desi was doing a lot of shit on the side. That's what I've heard. Buddy told me about this, okay? Buddy's very much on top of all this stuff.
He didn't tell you nothing. He didn't tell you nothing. But going back to what we were saying,
yes,
okay, there is something wrong with the mentality of our society out here because
you think?
Yeah, because,
okay.
I mean, I'm telling you, when I walk down the street, I'm concerned right now. Is somebody going to say something to me? Is somebody going to harm me? And who else thought like this? My grandparents.
Well,
my grandparents thought like this. My parents thought like this.
This is what it's all coming down to. And we warned people. We started to warn people last week on our show, and then we put something up on social media. If the Democrats continue to play the game the way they're doing it, which is to compromise, Joe Biden keeps talking about compromise, even on this new thing with the, what do you call it, with the highway stuff, the infrastructure. There's a Democratic president, a Democratic Congress, and a Democratic Senate.
Yep.
They should tell the Republicans, we're going to do whatever the fuck we want to do, just like Trump did. But he's doing this weird game, and you have Manchin in there blocking a lot of stuff because they really don't want to do a lot of those things. This is my gut feeling. I don't think Biden really wants to do a lot of things, so he's playing games. If they don't start giving people, I'm talking about the mass of people, the massive inequality with money, the massive problems that are going on in this country. In 2024, we will have a white supremacist president, a white supremacist Congress, and a white supremacist Senate.
Right.
And my prediction, it was actually your prediction, that if we don't stop, there's a guy right now who is a white supremacist, who every night on television has 3 million people watching him.
That's right.
He's a very smart guy. He's actually a very charming guy. He's a very entertaining guy. But he's a very dangerous guy.
Yes.
And we're going to be using this gentleman right here. This is now
Lil Tucker.
This is Little Tucker. And Tucker will come on with us to represent so that you people see what's going to happen if Biden and Harris and the Democrats don't stop playing this corporate bullshit game. AOC, Bernie Sanders, all bullshit. Everyone's lying. No universal health care.
Why not?
No Green New Deal.
Why not?
Saber rattling with China and Russia.
Why?
You keep going like this, and Tucker Carlson will be our president in 2024.
And I'm looking forward to it.
Look at him. He's very white. You can't be white or he's small. Because Tucker is small.
Listen, everybody, I'm ready. I'm ready to take America
Sounds like Jackie, though. You got Jackie.
Don't offend Jackie. Don't offend Jackie.
You have to come up with a different voice.
I'm ready to take America over.
All right, that's better.
Okay, I'm ready for it. You need somebody. All of these people of color, we've got to what? Bring them down.
And don't forget, Tucker Carlson made a lot of money. His family is in the Swanson TV dinner business. His dad was super rich.
That's right.
He's a real rich guy. And he's a dangerous guy because he knows better. He knows better. He studied Trump. You saw what worked for Trump, and now you're going to use this stuff.
Come on. Don't tell.
No, okay. So we'll be bringing Tucker on from time to time to remind you. Put pressure on your Congress people. Put pressure on the Senate. This is a joke. Once again, just like with Obama, we meaning the Democrats have the president, they have the House, they have the Senate.
Come on.
And nothing gets better. Nothing gets better for regular people.
On.
You know, this is a joke. This is a joke, but now it's not. Yes.
And also, everybody, you might listen to what we're saying and go, "Oh, that's extreme." Just check what's happening. The thing about Lil Tucker is he doesn't even have to say, "I want to run for president." They'll start suggesting it.
No, they're already talking about him because
he's in meetings. Okay.
Listen, Ted Cruz and that other guy, the Senator Hawley, whatever the hell his name is. Those guys are not like Trump. America, this is our Tucker thing. America loves a celebrity. Tucker is a celebrity.
That's right.
America's very comfortable with Tucker because he's on TV all the time.
Oh, he's very personable.
You know, it's like Alex Trebek. Once you're on TV for a while, America falls in love with you. That's Oprah Winfrey, Johnny Carson. We get very attached to the people on TV because we're so lonely in our pathetic lives that these become our friends. And Tucker has a plan because he saw what happened with Trump. The only reason Trump wasn't successful is that Trump is a psychological weakling. He's very, very weak mentally. Tucker is not. Tucker's a very smart guy. I've been watching this guy on TV for years.
He's a strategist.
He's very funny. He's a charming guy. You almost like him. You like him.
That bow tie, he's
the Nazi that you kind of like.
Yeah.
And I understand that that's very powerful. So we're not fucking around about this.
Yeah.
Now, I know that you think, here we are, two comedians on YouTube, you know, who have a platform that's got 112 people watching. We know that. We're doing this for historical reasons.
That's right.
Because in 2024, when all of our predictions come true, hopefully we'll still be alive. But even if we're dead, people are going to go, wow.
Yes.
Who would have guessed it?
Absolutely.
Who would have guessed that two people living in a tiny Greenwich Village apartment who haven't been outside in like a year, they're seeing this. We are warning you. Tucker Carlson's going to be your president. This is going to be your fucking president.
That's right. In the White House. Yes, yes, yes. Is that him?
It's either him or me knocking on the table making believe it's him. I'm not sure.
Do you have to be so obvious?
Well, I didn't notice until I just saw that my hand was pounding on the table.
You just saw your hand going like that?
Yeah.
Let me see who's at the door.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
Yeah, but you know, because I get emotional about this stuff because I understand that it's very hard for people to admit that when we have a Democratic president. Here's my proof. AOC, who's supposedly a progressive, she's on TV the other day saying that Biden has been much more progressive than she thought he was going to be. Well, really? So we got no universal health care. We got no Green New Deal, no relief of student debt. Biden is threatening China and Russia, who are not like threatening Grenada and, even Iraq. You're going after the big boys. You really want to start crap with China? Tell the American companies to get all their shit out of China. China didn't take our jobs. The American companies took the jobs to China. That's a confusing thing that a lot of people who are basically I don't know what you call them, the Trump voters, they're very confused about this. China did not take our jobs. American companies took the jobs to China because China uses slave labor. So, and all the athletes who make their brands in China, they're involved with slave labor too. They don't like to see that. They don't seem to be able to make that connection. So, we're dirty truth tellers, and tonight we decided we were going to tell you the truth, and you can think about this, but we know in 2024 when we're calling President Carlson, and everybody will have to have a TV dinner in their house. Will be forced to eat that crap. My mother used to give me that when I was in school, and I believe that's part of my mental problems that I have today. That there's something wrong with me, obviously. That I sit here and look into my phone and rant and rave, But come on in. Come in.
Had to finish the knock, man.
Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Dirty truth teller, the great Joe Keys. Joe, welcome.
Finish my knock.
I didn't know, man. I'm sorry. I didn't know what you were doing.
Oh,
well, this is the week of, they finally did convict a cop. Didn't take much. You had to have him on camera killing a guy for 10 minutes, and it's still, everybody was kind of like, wow, we're so proud. Look at us as Americans. We now are able to convict a cop. And a lot of people are that I read online are not even happy about this. I read that, this was my favorite thing. A guy on Fox News said the only reason that they let him off was because people were scared that if he had gotten off, they would have burnt America down. That's what you need to put in people's heads. That guy's thought. Greg Gutfield, and he's a jackass.
Did you bring me on, man, to talk? Or you ain't stopped talking since I got here?
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Damn, man. You're all lit up. What's the matter?
Well,
Look, I've been alive a long time. This shit been going on. You can't do nothing unless you have a riot. Now, I know nobody wants to hear this shit.
I don't know if we should be saying that on YouTube.
I'm talking about a love riot.
Oh, a love riot. Okay.
A love riot.
I'm not sure you're supposed to say things like you need to riot.
No, not that kind of riot.
I was quoting Greg Gutfield saying that people were afraid, and then I was saying, well, sometimes you have to put fear into people.
What the hell you think that sound like? I'm talking about a love riot.
I'm talking about fear of love, the same thing. Fear, you put some fear in someone.
But I'm pissed, man. I'm pissed.
What's pissing you off?
Pissed, Goddamn Harry and Meghan,
What about them?
Look, I ain't stopping anybody from getting their thing. You understand what I'm saying? But did you know Spotify just gave them a $25 million deal?
Yes, I read that.
To produce feel-good woke podcasts.
That's interesting. They gave those two people $25 million.
Fucking dollars.
You know what's amazing? That, first of all, what's amazing is that anyone cares about this. You know, as we've...
Who is going to listen to them, man?
I don't know who's going to listen to them, but the amazing thing is Spotify gives musicians like less than 1 penny on every play.
38%.
0.38 of a penny.
Yeah.
Which I find amazing because they're not even giving them a penny.
Man, I know my shit's on there.
And think about it, they didn't even give you half a penny. And then they didn't even give you 0.40. They actually, I mean, somebody thought that up. Let's give 0.38. Like, imagine if they gave 0.40, how much money could that possibly be? I bet it's not $25 million for all the music that's played.
$25 million.
Oh, man, I can't stand the royal family. Like, this is...
What the fuck?
I can't stand them. They're the worst people on earth. They stole trillions of dollars, that family. Who cares about them?
I have never heard her speak, man.
Who, Meghan?
Yeah, I couldn't watch
I don't know. She wants to... I read she wants to run for president.
Of what?
The United States.
Get the fuck out.
I think she's got that guy a little bit.
Oh, he is pussy whip.
Yeah. I think that they could be involved in a hardcore S&M marriage.
Yeah, see, you got to be careful. I'm speaking to the men out there, right? You get these women, man, and they like breaking your shit down. Like Harry done gave up the royal family. And he had a wing in the castle. He had his own little castle, right? Had his little uniforms.
Well, those uniforms are silly, too.
He gave all that shit up, right?
For her.
For her.
Wow. What was she before she became a princess? Wasn't she like a B-level actress, right?
Yeah.
Like she wasn't a big star or anything. Like was she on TV?
Come on, man. You know, look. She gave him attention.
He's a prince. You think nobody's gonna give that guy attention?
Not like that. See, this is a dude who. His mom was killed.
Yeah, we know about that.
His father had an affair with the chick. The chick is right there in the house. They didn't even try to hide that chick. She's like sitting at the dinner table.
You know what? The British people, I know we have some followers that are British. You know, just get rid of the royal family. You guys are on your way now.
Do you know what you could do with that money?
Whatever that money is, you know, I mean, it's enough. With those silly outfits they wear and the whole thing. Yes, they robbed the world blind, and for a long time you guys ruled the world. Now you don't rule the world. You're basically on your way, like you're going to be very low on the totem pole very soon.
I mean, see, it's also a thing of you have looking for Harry, right? He always was kind of like the rebel. He kind of, you know.
Yeah, he wore Nazi uniforms. He's a great guy. I'm sure he's just a swell.
But see, she got another baby coming, right?
Oh, yeah, he knocks them out pretty quick.
Yeah, I think they took them off the royal shit, so, you know.
No, they're out now. You know, they're due.
Fuck that shit.
See, you can be a child molester like her son, that other prince, the guy that was involved with Jeffrey Epstein. And by the way, Jeffrey Epstein, you fucked up my name, man. Everywhere they list Epstein and Hassan, they got Jeffrey Epstein on top,
I heard that, man.
No, everything we have on, like, if you Google us.
I told somebody I was doing your show, and they said, like, is that, like...
I mean, he ruined the name, a beautiful family name like Epstein. My father would kill I mean, do you know how much my father's name Epstein meant to him?
No, I don't know.
Oh, he loved the Epstein name.
It meant something to him?
Oh, it meant a lot to my father. He was an Epstein, and Jeffrey Epstein ruined the shit. I mean, unbelievable.
It was kind of ruined before then.
There was the only other Epstein was Epstein on Welcome Back, Kotter. I mean, that guy was, and people loved that guy. He was a Puerto Rican guy, Juan Epstein. Juan Epstein.
Totally confused America.
Yeah. And Juan's a beautiful name. If Juan is watching the show, Juan, we love you, and thanks, you know, for watching.
Yeah. Now, the Queen ain't got back to me, man.
What do you mean she ain't got back?
She ain't got back to me.
Well, I mean, her husband just died. Oh, and did you hear what he said before he died?
Oh, yeah, I heard what he said. He want to be reincarnated, right?
Yeah, that's a normal thing. A lot of people want to be reincarnated.
But he want to come back as a virus.
Why?
So we can get rid of all
extra people.
Extra people.
Now, let me just guess. Do you think those extra people look like me, or do you think the extra people look like Joe?
Oh, he want to get rid of me.
He actually said, just think of a human being that had this thought. Like if you, people
Well,
when they
he's
want to
sitting
be,
at the dinner table,
no, you want to be
right? They just
reincarnated
talking
as
about
a
religion,
right?
virus?
You want that as a virus? Like you don't even want to come back. Like I could see, actually, if you want to come back like as a rat.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why. Because rats get respect.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
And
people
they
see a rat,
yeah.
and they get laid.
You don't fuck with them.
Rats come like 7 times a day.
Yeah, you don't fuck with
Plus,
them.
everybody's scared of rats.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
so I could see like even like big animals when they see a rat, everybody back. Even a tiger, I think.
Like,
you know,
what the fuck?
Like they're scary looking, right?
Take it down, Tony. Take it down.
Tony's back there.
Yeah.
You know, you want to come back as something. Maybe you want to come back as an octopus. I saw that movie about octopuses and they call
that was
octopuses.
a little weird, man.
It's a weird movie, but it was like they're very smart. Obviously, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, but
you know, even if you want to come back as a baked clam, who the fuck wants to come back as a virus?
But what, like, was he sitting at dinner, like, at that long table, and he's like, you know, when I do come back, I want to be a virus and just get rid of all of the...
people in Africa.
Yes, they're
The guy was 99 years old.
Yeah.
And this is the thought that he has. And this is not, if you think we're making this up, this is not, you
Check
can
it out.
Google it. He actually said that he wants to come back as a virus.
Well, see, you can't rely on people now. Because not only am I a little pissed at the Queen, fucking J-Lo went to dinner with A-Rod. Now, look at this shit. She been, I think, somewhere filming, right? Mm-hmm. I sent her a text. I called her, right? So she just got back. She got 2 kids. Did she unblack her suitcase, man? She went right out that night to eat with this motherfucker?
Yeah, well, you know, maybe she loves A-Rod. I'm not...
Get the fuck out.
I don't know. A-Rod doesn't piss me off as much as that, the Duke of Edinburgh.
Oh, they
that
both
was his name, the Duke of Edinburgh. He wants to come back as a virus.
They both pissed me the fuck off. Yeah, yeah. Now, my girl, Stacy. Now, this is just between me and you, right? And y'all. I think that's one beautiful, voluptuous woman.
Stacey Abrams.
That's
You've
right.
been hitting on her for weeks.
Stacy, I'm telling you something, baby. I will love you like a popsicle. Love Stacy.
Yeah.
But man, I'm telling you, she was talking to Lindsey Graham. Like I got a signal.
Yeah, I saw
got
that.
a signal when you go like this, and she did that. That was every time
she
you
crushed
sit there,
Lindsey Graham.
She crushed.
She crushed him. It was great. He was, you know, trying to be.
I don't smoke cigarettes. I smoked a cigarette after she finished that
Lindsey
shit,
Graham
baby.
he was trying to be a dick. You know.
Not for her.
He's trying to be a dick.
Yeah, I got the joke, man. It wasn't fucking funny.
You know, maybe Lindsey Graham can come back in his like this guy wants to be a virus. Maybe Lindsey Graham can come back as a condom in his next life, so he can slide on dicks more easily.
Oh, that would be good, man.
And that wasn't a bad joke. You know, I mean, it was kind of.
I had to like.
You worked it with me. No, but you worked it with me.
I had to visualize.
Like you sold it to the audience a little bit. You see, like Hassan wouldn't have done that. No, Hassan wouldn't have done that. She would have gone for a block.
No, she'd been like, "Why are you saying that?"
No, she would have been. Your hand was near my face, or your hand was not in the right position.
Wants your hand
no, I'm not saying it, but she ruins every time I'm on a good rant.
You don't put
Even
your
when we
hand
used to
in
perform
somebody's
live
face.
back in the old days, I'd be on a great roll, and I would
and
move
you know
into
what
her
you'd
space.
be doing to her, right?
I came like
You'd be
in her
spitting
space.
all in her face
Look,
while
I
you're
spit.
talking.
She used to give people paper towels during our show. Is that nice? Anyway, we have. I got it. There's somebody at the door over here. You want to knock?
Oh, you're just ridiculous tonight, man. You're just ridiculous. Tell you, man. But Stacy, I love you, baby. You are just what you are, Miss America. I love you, baby. I mean, when I saw you just fighting that man, I was like, and you was using words. I had the dictionary. I had to look them up. I didn't know what after shit you was saying, but I believe in you. So you ain't got to tell nobody you seeing me. But I got one more thing to talk about, all right? I told y'all that I had, was hosting, audition to host for Jeopardy. I got through to the finals, man. And then they fucked me up. Who is it?
Stevie Sports!
Come on in, Stevie. I'm just telling them about my audition.
Joe Keys!
What's up, my man?
They brought me back 2 weeks in a row, Joe.
And you're still yelling.
I'm so excited.
You're still yelling.
You know, they haven't been using me that much. I don't know why,
Because,
but...
you know, we can't handle it.
By the way, I just wanted to say that you are one of the great men, and any of those women, Jennifer Lopez, the Queen, or Stacey Abrams, would be very lucky to have you on top of them.
See what I'm saying?
You on top of them. I could just picture it.
Pumping, baby.
You know, pumping. Do you do it from the back? Do you do it from the side? Do you do it from the front?
On the top, the tip, over on the elbow. I'll get your knee, man.
Now, I heard something about you. I don't know if this is true. I heard that the reason you stopped staying in women's apartments is that you snore a lot. And Is that why? Yeah, you're a snorer.
Yeah.
I was having sex with this woman a few years ago. I don't get it a lot. She snored all night. It was relentless snoring. I couldn't even get it up for her after that. Just thinking about her snot and thinking about her drooling. It was repulsive. But let me
just tell you, I didn't get Jeopardy, man.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, that's what happened, man. I auditioned, right? I got close to the call.
What happened?
They asked the one question: who discovered America? Who? And I wrote down the indigenous.
They don't answer questions like that. You got to say, what is the indigenous or something like that. Maybe that's why you didn't get the job. You were asking the wrong questions.
So what happened was, man, listen,
Who's discovered America? That's not a question they'd ask.
The answer is Christopher Columbus.
Yeah.
And I started arguing with the motherfucker.
Well, that's true, but, you know, stick to the material. When you go off sometimes, you'll say something that's a little...
But you know what? You could just work with it and shut the fuck up.
But let me do my sports. I don't get an hour like you on this show. I don't do an hour. I'm on for 3 minutes.
Yeah, but we can't take that. Shit, go ahead.
So, the other day, this douchebag, another one of these white supremacists...
Yeah.
Was a great baseball player named Curt Schilling. He pitched. He was pitched for the Phillies and the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Great pitcher.
Yeah.
But since he left baseball, we find out that he is a total racist jackass. He's like a white supremacist. So he goes on Fox News and calls LeBron James stupid. And calls him all kinds of names. And this is why I stopped being a big sports fan, Joe.
I hear you, man.
You don't know who you're rooting for. Like, I'm at a game, if I'm a Philly fan, right?
Right.
I'm rooting for Curt Schilling. I'm emotionally invested in Curt Schilling.
Yeah.
And then after the game, he goes home and allegedly he's looking at pictures of Adolf Hitler and Eva Braun. The guy is a Nazi. He hates black people, but I'm rooting for him.
But see, that's the American way, right? They can sit there and listen to the greatest jazz musicians.
I always thought that was wild.
The greatest opera singers, right? Blacks, right? They can sit there, look at Herbie Hancock, look at all of these great people. But the thing is, they don't want to fucking deal with you afterwards. So they can look at...
They used to make you go out the back door. You couldn't even be in the same club.
Yeah.
This is America, and we're going back to that.
It's bullshit.
This little motherfucker right here, Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, Tucker Carlson.
Tucker Carlson.
I like that.
He could become president. Epstein was trying to convince me of this.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with Epstein? He's like lost his mind since the corona. The guy used to be a funny guy, talking sex, talking about everything.
Depressing.
Now he's got, he's like building, like he's turned into Ted Kaczynski or something.
I'm gonna try my Jeopardy shit again. Now, how would it go?
You gotta have the answer has to be what is. You gotta have the answer's gotta be a question.
The answer was.
Right.
What is Christopher Columbus?
All right, that's the answer. Right.
And I said a lie.
Well, Christopher Columbus was a pretty big douchebag, too. He's the Curt Schilling of the 1400s. That guy was the Curt Schilling. That's why don't root for him either. Don't root for Columbus. You don't know who you're rooting for. Don't be so into sports, guys. Don't be into it. You could be rooting for Nazis. Anyway, that's all I got.
That's all right, man.
To everybody, please write in. Tell them you want more Stevie Sports.
Don't do that, man. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. You don't want more Stevie.
I'm back.
Stevie, man, he's got so much energy.
Oh, that's about Stevie left his glasses.
No,
you left his
glasses on you, man.
I'm working on my acting. I've gotten some very vicious criticisms about my Stevie Sports.
Yeah.
You know, I'm stuck in this apartment for a year. Okay, I'm trying my best. I'm not really an actor. I'm more of a non-actor, you know, and people...
Oh, man, what is in the middle? You're an actor or you're a non-actor? Like, you act like there was another choice.
Well, you know, I'm doing a character, you know. I'm doing... Yeah. I don't want to ruin this for people, but I am doing Stevie Sports.
Oh, you don't think nobody picked that up?
No, I doubt if anybody picked it up, but, you know, Buddy didn't even know.
It was hard for me to see.
Yeah, it's like... But, you know, I'm not Al Pacino. I'm not Robert De Niro.
No, you're not.
You know, I'm not those guys. I'm Al Pacino. I am a little Al Pacino because I yell, too. Remember Al Pacino?
Man.
He's always yelling!
I got cotton in my ear, man.
Right? That guy always is yelling.
Ready to go, man.
And Robert De Niro, he's busy paying his alimony.
I'm ready to go, man. Say goodbye.
Oh, Joe, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, the legendary Joe Keys. And you can help. If you write the producers of Jeopardy, I think there's a chance. Not a big chance. But Joe might get a shot.
What do you mean not a big fucking
Well, you fucked up, man. I heard you were telling the guests that you couldn't pronounce people's names. And,
no, I couldn't, man.
And you...
I just said the woman in the red dress, the guy with the blue tie.
Yeah, but that's
that kind of shit. They know their fucking dress is red, man.
And Queen, do you want to say goodbye before you leave? Usually, you know.
Love you, baby.
You love Elizabeth?
I love you.
Did you hear what her husband wants to come back as? Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, but I'm talking to my woman right now. I'd be right there in that big bed with you, baby.
Maybe you can come back as something that's in her purse. She's got that purse. You know, she's always carrying that shit.
Yeah. You need me in that purse. Open it up, baby. Jump in there.
Imagine that you open your purse and a black man pops out.
How you doing?
That makes people comfortable. Joe Keys, thank you very much. So anyway... you know, I do appreciate when people comment on the show, and even negative comments are appreciated. But you know, somebody telling me that you know, Stevie Sports is you know, nobody, you know, it's like a horrific performance. I never claimed to be an Oscar-winning actor. You know, I know the Oscars were last night. We're recording this on Monday. I don't even know or care. I haven't watched the Oscars since Bob Hope and Johnny Carson were the MCs. The best thing about the Oscars, I don't know if you know about this, but wherever they were filming it is in Los Angeles. There's a lot of homeless people around there, so they had to clear out all the homeless people so that the Hollywood celebrities and all the millionaires could enter in on their red carpet and talk about all the how socially aware they are, while the homeless people were being beaten and dragged away. A lot of American people are homeless right now. This is a horrific situation, and I just thought that was kind of, not even, hypocritical is not really the word. It's kind of like, how bizarre is that you're,
Hi, Joe.
You're acting like you're all social warriors, but homeless people can't sit there because your stupid asses have to walk on a carpet. So anyway, Hassan.
You know what I think they all should have done? I think every actor should have boycotted. Once they found out that the place that they were doing it in were the homes of homeless people, or either entertained the homeless people or took care of them.
Rich people are not on the side of the homeless. Don't ever kid yourself with that. There's a real class divide in the United States. It's a class war.
And it feels more and more.
It's a class war. And unfortunately, all these 75 million white people, they don't realize Tucker Carlson hates you. Look at the food his family served you. Remember that potato that they put in your fucking thing?
And green peas? Didn't they
hated you.
Scare you?
And Trump, he didn't do one thing for you. Trump is the ultimate rich guy. He's a trust fund, spoiled, enabled asshole.
Right.
That's your hero? Right. Listen, you know what else happened after that, which is really interesting, Hassan?
What?
Trump didn't pardon one person who stormed the Capitol. Do you notice that? He pardoned all the congressmen who stole money, but he didn't do that for his own people that went and tried to, you know, they thought he was giving them an order. He's the president. A lot of those people thought...
He did!
They believed it, and they thought the president told them to do it. He didn't pardon one of them. And that's what this is all about class, folks. Race and class.
That's right.
Who are we saying fuck you to tonight?
Okay. The fuck you goes to a North Carolina official who refused to use a black doctor's title. Tony Collins is getting the fuck you. Dr. Carrie Rosano. They were in a Zoom meeting, right? And so she's talking, and then Zoom meeting, and it was zone.
Oh, zone.
It was zone.
Sorry with my hand.
Yeah, but it was for zoning.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The zoning meeting.
Zoning meeting on Zoom.
A zoning meeting on Zoom at the zoo.
Yes. And her name, she's a doctor. And he is talking to her, and he goes, well, Karen, she goes, I'm sorry, sir, my name is Dr. Rosario. And he's like, well, I'm seeing it.
And he wouldn't say it. I saw it.
He would not say it.
She showed it to me.
He would not say it. So you know what, to Mr. Tony Collins, okay? Fuck you. And I ain't saying Mr. Let's do it again.
The fuck you, Tony Collins is his name.
Yeah, Tony Collins.
Okay.
Fuck you, Tony Collins. Okay?
You put your finger back up. Fuck you, Kurt Schilling.
That's right.
Fuck you, Tucker Carlson, and all you white supremacists. Do you know why you're white supremacists? Because you're insecure. You all should come back as viruses in your next life.
Yes, yes.
And who are we sending out the love
now this is mine. I just found out about this show about maybe a couple of months ago called
I don't know what it's
Pinky
called.
Blinders.
Pinky Blinders.
And this actress, her name is Elizabeth McCrory, blew my mind. And I just found out she just passed.
Yeah.
And she was an English actress. She was in Harry Potter. This woman was a phenomenal actress. She played a sister called Polly. If you get a chance to look at any of her work, I mean, she just...
She died, though, and that's the whole thing.
But here's a quote that she said, she said to her husband from bed, to her daughters, I want Daddy to have girlfriends, lots of them. You must all love again. Love isn't possessive. But you know, she said to her husband, try at least to get through the funeral without snogging someone. Snogging, I guess, there.
I've made that promise to Hassan. I promised her if she dies first, which she won't because my parents died much, or, you know, I'm going to drop dead. But if I guarantee you, there will be no one in your seat. I will not replace you for at least
30 days.
30 days. 30 days.
Okay.
That's the kind of husband I am. And when I die, I want to come back.
A shout out to this phenomenal actress. I mean, I absolutely. Thank you for your life work. Thank you for.
All right, enough thanks. Enough.
Okay, you know what? Let me have my moment.
But you said like thanks to her.
I
like
want to give her a
times.
million thanks.
The show is going to go for another hour on your thanks.
So?
Can you put your hand down? It's really close to hitting me, that hand. Look how close that was.
No, it's not. That would be close.
Don't go anywhere, because the Jackies have a lot of shit to say.
Oh, they have a lot
We're
to
Epstein
say.
and Hassan, the black and the Jew.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with that Duke saying he wants to come back as a virus?
Man, you know, the thing that got me is he wants to, why do people hate black people so much? What the fuck?
The humans are very stupid because
They're just crazy
they're all the
humans.
same. They think that because of the color of their skin, they're
They're
better
just fucking
than someone
crazy.
else. They're all the same. They all get born.
They're all shit.
They sick. They get done. They shit. They piss. They vomit.
Yeah.
They sweat.
They don't sit on the fucking toilet.
They fart.
They're special.
But they think they're better somehow.
Yeah, they're
What is
like
it that
fucking
what?
sick.
Do white people not fart? Do they?
Of course white people
And then when they get diarrhea, sometimes they think it's going to be a fart, but it's not. It's actually,
but
it's a
because
shit.
they're white, they think that they're
That's
special.
okay because you're white.
Yeah.
You can shit in your
When
pants
you blow
'cause
your
you're
nose
white.
and mucus comes out, it's because your mucus is coming from a white nose. It's so much
Right,
better.
even when they burp. Right?
It's
They
such a
burp.
better burp.
It's a white burp, so it's all right. As a matter of fact, you want that. That's
right.
It's
You
very
rather,
weird.
if you're gonna get a burp, you want it from a white person.
Exactly.
Yes, you do.
Even if you get bit by a mosquito,
you want it from a.
you want it to be the
Yes,
mosquito
yes,
wants to bite a
yeah,
white person.
white meat, baby.
White meat.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Epstein likes dark meat.
Yeah.
Fuck meals.
Yeah.